What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is the top 10 coldest states in America. Since I've been doing these reactions, I realised the British weather, we're not that cold. I shouldn't really complain. Even though I do the typical British thing. I go to work in the morning, we have a chat about the weather, and I complain, even though I know you guys are so much more mental. And these top 10 coldest states, I'm assuming all of them are probably going to be colder than the UK, which is mental to me. That is absolutely freezing, and a place I definitely won't visit in the winter. I can't be dealing with much cold. I can't even deal with the UK weather, you know what I mean? There's no way now I'm going to be able to visit somewhere cold in the winter than what we've got. The summertime is key, you know what I mean? Let's check it out, guys. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, I'd seriously appreciate it. Number one has to be Alaska, would be my guess. Wisconsin's going to be up there. Minnesota will be up there. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. We'll leave it at that. I think they'll be the top three. Alaska, Wisconsin, Minnesota. I think Alaska's right. I'm not sure the other two are going to be in that order. But let's check it out. The top 10 coldest states in America. Let's get straight into it. Oh, travel music.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the world according to Briggs. We are in the dead of winter as I record this video, and I thought we could take a look at what states are the coldest on average. Now, I'm sure there's some dude in Minnesota whose nuts froze to his inner thigh while he was checking the mail last week.
Minnesota.
He thinks it's Minnesota. Well, he might be right. You gotta watch the video to find out. If you know anything about geography, you glanced at a globe, stayed awake during a science class once, or just have some good old-fashioned common sense, you know the further you get away from the equator, it gets colder. Countries, states and cities that are closer to the equator have warmer climates. In the United States, the northern states are further from the equator, thus have colder temperatures on average. Now, this is where some kid wants to explain to us how I'm wrong because it was really cold when he visited his grandparents near Reno, Nevada one time. And I'm obviously wrong, and Briggs is lying to you because it's cold in Reno and Reno's in Nevada. It just goes on. So let's see what states are the coldest. Number 10, Idaho and Michigan. That's right, Idaho and Michigan share the number 10 spot. You almost live in Canada, so there's no...
Is that actually frozen ice? That is incredible, by the way. That is an incredible image. Holy. That is... I'm getting cold looking at that. We need to move on. I'm getting cold.
Between you and those Arctic winds that come howling out of Canada. The trade-off is you're just a short drive from cheaper prescription drugs, so that's something. The average temperature for Idaho and Michigan is 44.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 6.9 Celsius. Winter in some parts of Michigan begins well before Thanksgiving and can stay past Easter. This is a lot of fun for like the first week. After that, you're just dealing with it. Idaho winters in the northern chimney section get a little rough, but
you know what, I agree with that. With kind of cold weather and the snow, I think I'd like it for the first week. But after that, I'd be like, nah, where's my sun? I need to, not sunbathe, just be warm. I need to be able to go outside in my shorts. I'm a shorts person. I kind of go by the motto in the winter, wear shorts, wear a jumper, and as long as my upper body's warm, my legs will be okay. You know what I mean? I like shorts. So for a week, I'll be like, okay, I'll suck it up. There's going to be snow on my legs. After a week, I'm like, oh my God, I'm freezing, you know what I mean? Like, oh.
They have good skiing, and more Californians are moving there every single day. So that's something. Idaho people are very excited about this. They want Californians there. Just ask any of them. So Californians, if you're looking for a new state, head on up to Idaho. They want you. Number 9, New Hampshire. There's a certain type of weird that comes with living in an area that has the potential to get over 70 inches of snow a year. Now, if that doesn't bother you, that much snow, congratulations, you're weird enough for New Hampshire. There's a lot of snow in this state. The Granite State gets cold. The Travel Channel claims they're the winter wonderland. That's what they call them. They have every winter activity you can do. That includes getting lost on a hike and freezing to death in New Hampshire. Yeah, that happens a couple times a year there. New Hampshire's average temperature is 48.3 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's 6.6 Celsius.
Yep. Cold. Oh, he's just left it at that.
Wisconsin. There's a reason Wisconsin does a lot of drinking. Alcohol helps warm up the human body, and it helps the human body get through persistently gray, soul-crushing skies that seem to last the entire winter.
Let me know in the comments. This may be something really stupid. Does alcohol actually warm up the body? I guess you get the burning sensation when like liquor and stuff like that goes down. And I guess you get numb to your senses. Is what I always thought, because there's always a saying, at least in the UK, it's kind of like, oh, you've got your beer jacket on now, so it's like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning or something, you're absolutely hammered, and you can walk around in just a shirt. It's freezing outside, but you feel fine, because you're kind of numb to the senses around you, so you've got a beer jacket, you know what I mean? Is that what it is, or does it actually warm you up? Let me know in the comments, guys.
When you're near a large body of water, the average temperature dips. Wisconsin has Lake Superior to the north, which is a large body of water, and Lake Michigan to the east, which is an equally large body of water. They get cold. Watch a Green Bay Packer home game any November or December. Look at how miserable the players are. And don't judge the cold by what the fans are doing. They're drunk out of their gourd and sometimes take their shirt off in 10-degree weather to prove some point. But at least they've got headgear, and it's usually a slice of cheese. The average temperature in Wisconsin is 43.1. That's 6.2 Celsius.
Oh, man.
Number
That's
7,
the average.
Vermont. Vermont has some seriously brutal winters, with most areas averaging 8 foot of snow a year. The people of Vermont feel strange when they aren't driving something with chains on the wheels. The good news is, Vermont, like New Hampshire, has some of the best skiing on the East Coast. Now, I find several things strange about Vermont, but one of them is that one of the best ice cream companies is from Vermont, Ben & Jerry's. You'd think coming from one of the coldest states, they would have been working on something to improve, like warmth, or like hot cocoa. When was the last time hot cocoa got a makeover? What, marshmallows?
I've said it before on my channel, and I guess I've had backlash because my interpretation of this is the UK weather, where it's not extreme either way. But in the winter, at least when it's UK temperatures, when we're talking like -2, maybe -3, like really, really cold, for me at least, you can have an ice pop, and it's meant to warm your surroundings, technically, like mentally, because you're having something which is colder than the outside. So your body is colder, so it feels warmer. Kind of like the whole theory, a pool, which is potentially the same temperature in the summer and the winter, yeah, feels warmer in the winter because it's warmer than the outside than it does in the summer because you're hotter, you get in it, it feels freezing. I don't know if that logic makes sense. I've waffled so much in this video. Let's carry on. We're only 3 minutes in, and I feel like it's been about 7 minutes at least. Like, oh my days.
How long ago was that? Now, more recently, Vermont Senator John Rogers' brain got frozen, and he sponsored a bill that would make it illegal to own a cell phone under the age of 21. It didn't happen. Obviously. That's nuts. Moving on, the average temperature in the Green Mountain State is 42.9 degrees Fahrenheit and 6.1 Celsius.
Chilly, man.
Number
As an
6,
average,
Montana.
that's cold.
Did you know that the Continental Divide can create very different weather at the same time on different sides of Montana? During the winter, it's very common for areas east of the Continental Divide to be in a deep freeze, like well below zero, everything's white, that type thing. And over in Missoula, the temperatures can be 50 degrees warmer, no wind chill, nothing. It's really weird. Did you also know that for years, Hollywood celebrities have gotten confused and thought Montana was part of Eastern California? Those are the two things I learned from an older gentleman from Cut Bank, Montana on an Amtrak train 2 years ago. He also said Montana winters can make or break a person. He told me if you last 3 or 4 Montana winters, you'll never be able to live anywhere else. It gets in your blood. The average temperature for the year in Montana is 42.7 degrees. That's 5.9 Celsius.
We broke the 6s.
Number 5, Wyoming. A bad winter in Wyoming might be worth it just to see the Grand Tetons in the snow. The picture doesn't really do it justice. This is another state that feels the Chinook winds out of Canada pretty hard. It gets so cold you start regretting going to the gym and losing that weight during the summer. Winters in Wyoming are usually long and cold. January is usually the coldest month. Around that time, the minimum temperatures are between 5 and 10 degrees. There's some mild times where it might get up to 50. That's about it. You get in the valleys, it gets even colder. The average temperature in Wyoming is 42 degrees Fahrenheit and 5.6 Celsius. Number 4, Minnesota. Winter in Minnesota is characterized.
I said Minnesota number 3, I think, didn't I? I weren't far off. I weren't far off at all.
By cold. Very cold. Like below freezing, unplug your freezer, put it on the back porch to save money on utilities cold, because it's going to do the same thing. Snow is always in fashion in Minnesota, but freezing rain, sleet, and the occasional normal rain are all possible during the winter months in Minnesota. Parts of northern Minnesota see 170 inches of snow in the winter. 170 inches. That's as tall as me standing on my own shoulders with my hands above my head, and I'm still 20 inches short. The average temperature in Minnesota is 41.2 degrees Fahrenheit and 5.1 Celsius.
Wow.
Number 3, Maine. More than 80% of Maine's land is forested. There are entire huge 1,000-mile patches of land that are uninhabited or barely inhabited. And that's because northern Maine has winters that polar bears would try and avoid. The coast and the southern section where people actually live have more moderate winters thanks to the Atlantic. You know, the winters are cold, but prolonged extreme cold spells are rare. Average annual snowfall in Maine is 50 to 70 inches along the coast and 60 to 120 inches inland, but that northern section, man, it is rough. The average temperature in Maine is 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 5.0 Celsius. Number 2, North Dakota. A North Dakota winter is as cold and unforgiving as a lover you've wronged. That's what a drill sergeant told me once. At 19 years old, I thought to myself, who on earth would be this man's lover? But I still wrote it down in my journal I was keeping. 3 or 4 years later, I started dating my ex-girlfriend's cousin. She kicked a dent in my car door, threw a book at my head, and called my barracks to inform them I was doing drugs. I wasn't, but I still had to take a pee test once a week for 2 months. As I was filling up that last test cup, I thought to myself, it must be cold in North Dakota. Snow is the main form of winter precipitation in North Dakota, and it's brutal. Freezing rain, ice, sleet.
Freezing rain, man. That's when you know it's cold. Freezing rain.
It's all there. You get all of them there. That open prairie, it's rough in North Dakota. The average temperature for North Dakota is 40.4 degrees Fahrenheit, 4.7 Celsius.
Man. Number 1, it's got to be Alaska. Alaska hasn't been mentioned. I was a bit skeptical saying it number 1 because I thought, people have told me it's not exactly freezing in the summer. I know we're talking about summer there, and this is basically the coldest it can get. But for some reason, I thought maybe it is, but it's got to be Alaska, surely. Let me know your guess in the comments, but it just has to be Alaska, doesn't it?
And number 1, Alaska. If you didn't see this one coming, you don't read, watch TV, or really talk to people. Alaska is cold. Every movie that had anything to do with Alaska prior to 1980 involved an igloo and some Eskimos, and the occasional toothless prospector that was angry about something. Alaska winters are harsh. The entire state can be cloaked in a blanket of snow for months at a time, and they go days with little or no sunshine. Alaska's second largest town, Fairbanks, will reach temperatures of minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit nearly every single winter. Snowfall throughout the state varies significantly. Some of the mountainous regions receive 1,000 inches a year. 1,000 inches. I'm not even going to try and compare that to anything. That's 1,000 inches of snow. That's crazy. The average temperature for Alaska is 26.6 degrees Fahrenheit and minus 3 Celsius.
My man, I was a bit skeptical, I said a minute ago. We're talking an average of minus 3 degrees. Why is anyone living in a life? You know what I mean? Why? It's freezing. Oh, wow. That is the end of the video. I don't know why I'm playing it again. Very scenic. The music's back. I like my little intro and outro music as well. Maybe you'll see it on the BZ channel one day. If you've enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. I mean, you don't have to let me know. Just smash that like button. I'd seriously appreciate it. I'm absolutely waffling now. Smash that subscribe button. I'd appreciate that. And if you do live in any of these states, which I know quite a few people live in Wisconsin who watch this content, let me know what it's like during these heavy snowfalls. Do you get bored after a week? Is it hassle? Or do you just enjoy the cold snow? Or is it just where you've been brought up and you want to go somewhere hot? Let me know in the comments, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you legends in the next one. Peace.